Welcome back. I want to share something. Right now, there's someone trending. I don't even have TikTok, but there's someone trending on TikTok, Risa Tisa, talking about how she married. It's called Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. It's like a 50-part series about a pathological liar that she married during COVID. Well, people couldn't believe that she moved in with this man and married him, and he was able to manipulate her and lie about all of these crazy things. For those of you who watched it, you know. But it was COVID. We thought we were going to die. We didn't know what was going on, and we were secluded from everyone. We were doing crazy shit, like buying up all of the toilet paper, because why? No one knows. We were doing irrational shit. So now there's a series from another woman called The Lies He Told, and it's a very similar story. During COVID, pathological liar. And as I'm getting into the second story and reminiscing about my own COVID story, I did the same thing. I had the same experience. 2020 started as an amazing year, and in 2021 was probably one of the worst years because of someone I met during COVID, someone I would not have entertained any other time. I hadn't entertained him. So, let's talk about it. I actually enjoyed my solitude during COVID. I lived on the top floor of my apartment. It was like a luxury apartment building that had stores downstairs. So I parked in a parking garage and had to go up an elevator. And so when COVID happened, I was secluded, because to go outside, I have to go out my front door, go to the elevator, and then go down to one of the lobbies, and then go out that main door. And then even once outside, there was no one around during COVID. And I was working from home. So the only time I went out was if I went to the grocery store or to walk the dog. And I walked the dog a lot because that was the only time I could go outside. I lived in a very urban city at the time. Very, very locked down. Mask requirements, vaccine passport kind of stuff. It's super locked down. So I was walking the dog a lot. I ended up helping to transport and working with some rescue dogs. And I fostered a dog during that time. And one random day, as I was walking the foster dog, I ran into this cute guy who lived in my building. I had seen him about. Never would I entertain him. Never. But all of a sudden now, oh, he's cute. And we start talking about the dog, and he's interested in adopting the dog. So we make an appointment to meet later for his dog to meet the foster dog. We go for a walk, and I will never forget during that walk, as he's supposed to be trying to adopt a dog. I'm trying to get information from him about, if he's going to be a good person to adopt the dog, he should be asking, those things, and instead he pops out with, yeah, it's just really hard to find a good woman around. I'm just not having good luck finding a good woman. What? What? Yeah. And then it was downhill from there. I probably will go back because I did a lot of voice recording at the time, and I was also still active journaling, so I think I'll go back and find some of those recordings and journals, because that will spark some of the memories of the crazy shit that I actually allowed to happen. And so people are just like, where was this woman's family? Why was this lady, single mother with a child, let a stranger in her house? We thought we were going to die. Do you remember where you were when lockdown happened? As a generation, I'm not sure how old you are, but I am 46. I have been through, I don't know why it makes me emotional. I've been through COVID. I've been through 9/11. I've been through Desert Storm, Desert Shield. When everyone said, when everyone was listening to Bush talk about the weapons of mass destruction, everyone was listening. It was silent. I was there when the Challenger exploded. To make that even worse, I was a child and I lived abroad. In Germany, there was only one American channel called AFN, Armed Forces Network. The Armed Forces Network played the Challenger explosion over and over for days. For days I watched it explode, and then I watched them talk about this beautiful teacher and how this was the first time they had the program for teachers. I lived in Germany when there was still a Berlin Wall. I have artifacts that say West Germany because when I lived there, it was West Germany. I didn't live in Germany. I lived in West Germany. Kids these days probably don't even know that. There's probably more, but this is not what I was going to talk about. This is not what I was going to talk about. But it is. It's a collective trauma. Like, our country is traumatized. We have been manipulated. We're lied to. We're purposely scared. We're denied things. And as I'm saying this, I feel like this is a video that I would see from someone in a third world country. And I saw something online. I saw a video. I was watching a video. A lot of nurses' videos have been coming into my social media feed lately. And if you see those, you'll see that a lot of nurses are not happy our healthcare system is horrific. And there was this incredible argument with an American nurse, well, a bunch of American nurses, a bunch of US nurses, and medical professionals from other countries. And they were appalled that United States hospitals do not provide scrubs for their medical professionals and do not wash them there. They force their doctors and nurses to provide their own scrubs. Well, some of them provide their scrubs. I know this. I've worked in a hospital. I did clinicals in a hospital. I know that some provide the scrubs. But they were just appalled that all of these medical professionals in the United States are making videos wearing their scrubs. That's unprofessional. Why would they do that? Medical professionals from other countries would never wear their scrubs outside of the hospital. And here are all of these Americans doing this, whether it's doctors, nurses, CNEs, everything. There was this incredible discussion about it, and someone said that the United States is a fucking third world country. How dare they look down on other countries if they can't even provide their health professionals with scrubs so that they don't have to take bacteria home to their families. Yeah, from the inside, I would say we are collectively traumatized. Since 2020, all of the racist history is dredged back up. I'm not saying one way or another whether it needs to be brushed under the rug or everyone needs to know every detail, but let's just say that re-traumatized a couple of generations and threw some trauma in for generations that otherwise wouldn't have known. But now everyone needs to know about it. So now we need to re-traumatize everyone and talk about it and know details, because yeah, I've been listening to old slave recordings and stuff. When I made my trip up to the Pacific Northwest last summer, I listened to a book So, on my way north last summer, I listened to an audiobook called Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi, and it's a very, very descriptive and factual history of racial ideas in America. It's an amazing book, but the deep, and I mean deep, anger that brought up in me, was something I hadn't felt before. I get it, we need to know these things, but did I need to be re-traumatized? I didn't have to go through that. I lived a pretty good life. I didn't have to go through that. And a lot of my ancestors did a lot of things so that I wouldn't have to go through that. But now I'm being re-traumatized. We've just been re-traumatized as a generation. I'm not really sure where this recording is going at this point. But let's just say that we should give people a break for all of the insane, unheard of, weird things that they did during that initial COVID lockdown, because we all thought we were going to fucking die. We did. we didn't know what was going on. This was something that had never happened. So, a little bit of grace to people who made a couple of mistakes is good. I hope that you are healing from your country's trauma, whatever that may be. And hopefully it's somewhere that it's not the United States, so that you maybe have a little bit less trauma. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, thanks for listening.